You want me to put that link there?
Yeah, right there.
No. Just hit paste. Go.
Just right click the deal button.
Just jump 2 fingers, click it. There, paste. Now hit that arrow. There. That's it. There you go.
Buddy.
All right, we good.
Yeah, buddy. Live and direct.
Let's go. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? ChiCity Cypher volume. Ain't no volume. It's ChiCity Cypher, the podcast, and we're in the motherfucking building, man. Y'all already know. Let's give it up, man. Let's give it up, y'all. That's what's up, man. Thank you, engineer. Thank you. Yo, so check it out, man. ChiCity Cypher been going for 10 years, man. Since 2014, we've been rocking with y'all, putting on MCs, giving that platform, and working with everybody in Chicago, from producers to clothing designers to DJs, MCs, managers, and all of our fans and supporters, man. We've been seen in every state in the U.S., 95 countries across the world, man. So that's because of y'all. That's because of y'all, straight up. But you know what? This is an important episode, man, because I wanted this to be the moment where y'all actually get to meet the team. Because guess what? None of this happens without everybody that you see right here, man. We got the audio, from the cinematography to our DJ. So y'all about to meet everybody on the team right now, man. So, you know what I'm saying? We're just going to go ahead and start, man, around the table so y'all can meet everybody, man. I want to introduce y'all to the homie Fatal right here.
What up? What up? The name is Fatal. I joined up with ChiCity Cypher, volume 24. First time I came in, I was a guest MC. The next time I was coming back, I hit up my man Jizzle and I told him, like, look, I got this camera equipment, I got this drive, excuse me, and I want to be a part of this movement. And since that day, I got my shot to show him and been a part of the crew ever since. So videographer, help with the editing, MC, ChiCity Cypher, Fatal. What up? This is homie Ace Vito.
What's good? This is DJ Ace Vito. Been down since volume 11. Started off as an MC, and actually that was the first volume that I DJ'd also. Became the official DJ from then on. You know, been rocking since 2015, August 8th. You know, shout out to Jizzle for bringing us in. You know, let's get it.
Yo, what's up? You'll probably already know. This is Doodles. I think I came around 14. Got to give props to my man over here, Ace, who brought me over. And then ever since then, you know, I love tinkering with the audio. Came in there, and it's just been steady work and growing. And now we're finally here to go into the podcast. Blessings.
For sure, man. What's up, man? You already know who this is. Y'all know who it is. Hey, it's your boy Loke, man. That House Productions Incorporated, ChiCity Cypher, man. I was here from the beginning, man. I watched this thing grow. You know, helping my boy's baby become something that's beautiful. You know what I mean? Long story short, man, you're gonna see on this episode the first time we all got down, and man, it went from just an idea to people asking about it to people, you know, to us actually building a team and building an idea. You know, and now currently my role is more, you know, when the cipher happens, I'm assisting with timekeeping and making sure that things are flowing in a smooth manner and artists are getting their pictures taken and whatnot. And then in conjunction with that, I'm also audio for when the production happens. So for sure, man. And so like we told y'all, man, y'all seen the promos and everything. We had something special, man, and I felt it was important that we bring out one of the MCs that was on the original.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, you know what?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Hey, you know what? We got something.
Holy
Where's that scratch sound, bro?
Holy.
Hey, we ain't forget nobody because we scratched. Hey, check it though. Y'all been watching ChiCity Cypher, all the motherfucking progress that we've been getting, that we've been having, bro. And y'all know that we added a new position to the ChiCity Cypher, man. And it's gonna really take us somewhere crazy. Y'all already know the newest resident producer on the ChiCity Cypher, the homie He Detective, who's actually right there, man.
Jeez. I want to
We
say
love you, Heat.
I want to say thank you for that introduction. I'm the newbie, so that I'm clear. I'm sure everybody saw that. I'm the new guy because they forgot about me. But it's okay. We move on. I digress. Let's go.
So Heat, what's up, man? Tell them how you started. How long you been making music, bro?
Oh man, ever since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Yep. Anyways, I've been making music for a very long time. I'm just really happy and proud to be a part of this team. You guys are all solid dudes, and we're gonna make history. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. That's what's up, man. And like I told y'all, we had a special treat for y'all. So Volume 1, this is one of the Volume 1 MCs, man. Y'all seen him in Volume 1 and on a bunch of volumes. And after a while, man, he ended up becoming one of our ChiCity Cypher family members, man. He helped us on a bunch of ciphers. And really, bro, just all together, I think the team too. That's what I just said. Yeah, he's part of the team. And really, I think all together, man, and we did a vote that hasn't came out yet. It's gonna come soon, man. But one of the most prolific MCs from volume 1 all the way through volume 10, man. So you already know these guys in the building.
Yeah.
What's happening,
we
man?
give it some fanfare.
So, man, so how you been, bro?
Oh man, everything's everything, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
thank y'all for having me. I mean, this is like home because in more sense than one, because one, I literally my grandma's house is right down the block.
Word.
Right across the street from Boston Park. She used to work right there. She could go home for lunch. And on top of that, because of the fact that these group of individuals right here were some of the first ones that had kind of welcomed me into the fold in terms of the Chicago hip hop community once I started getting my feet underneath me. So it's because of this platform, amongst many others, that again I feel is integral to the culture. So G, Loke, Noodles, Ace, Fatal, Heat. I just want to say that in case if I never said it before, I'm truly, truly proud of you all because of what you contribute to the culture.
Hit that.
And thank you. What I would also say I can't speak for anybody else, but I feel as if I lose that feeling, then that means I've gotten way too comfortable with it, and I don't want to do it. So that was the first thing that I was thinking about. So I'm like, okay, let me make sure that I'm putting pen to pad. And it was kind of like y'all's introduction to me. So I'm like, okay, let me give a little bit of a biography in this verse, just to kind of give everybody a background of where I'm coming from and how I'm getting ready to just make my step. Okay. That's some of the things that I remember. And then just, you know, that hallway, the Miss Hallway. Man.
Do you remember your verse?
Yeah.
You wanna spit a couple bars of your verse?
First, before he goes, we want to apologize for those technical difficulties that we had. We apologize. We're back at it.
Back at it like crack at it, like he said.
Word.
But yeah, man, if you want to share some of those bars, because just give them a piece, because I'm gonna let them check out your full verse. We're about to watch probably one in a second, but
Actually, you're gonna have to load that. If it's already loaded back up, you're gonna have to get it set. It's not there. No, sir.
Yeah. Let me recall.
Share screen. I'll get it before.
So I go like, my story begins around 1986, around the time at crack emerged. Folks about quick picks. Ghostbusters and Back to the Future were the hit flicks. And your mom's made pancakes every morning when it's quick. I skipped from kindergarten to the first. I labeled a misfit. See, it's a decade. See, I had to kind of rewind that, but no, but y'all can definitely check out the rest of it.
Where has the computer at the bottom?
Run the
When
stream.
do this with me, bro. Look right where the computer is at the bottom, the very bottom.
See if I can recall
In the middle.
I said,
Down.
it all started back in high school. Time when the Cypher was well spent, considering I was a teen just helping out to pay my mom's rent. Shit, what else to say?
So let's check it out, man.
So
So you know what, man? So I was thinking, you know, part of the podcast is gonna be like us sitting down, man, talking with, bringing back like alumni MCs. Also, you know, we want to react and watch the ciphers. But there's a lot of people that maybe watch ciphers, but watch some later episodes, never really watch other episodes. So this is gonna be kind of a chance for us to, you know, for them to kind of hear like a little bit of the background stories and things that might have happened at those ciphers.
I'm here for it.
Funny thing about this cipher is that when we did it, man, and we decided that we would have these intros where we walk in through the hallway, right, and do some kind of a shuffle. And so that was this initial one. It was like you walk in, shuffle, and then it goes right into the raps, man. I don't know whose idea that was. It was probably my idea, but
hey, it was early treatment days. I mean, we was working it out.
we were definitely still figuring it out, man. But so yeah, shit, we're gonna go ahead and to watch one of these ciphers. What? Chat button.
The chat button over here on the top
With the yellow dot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bear with us, y'all. We get this is the first episode, so we're gonna get it right, man. But
Now,
you know,
don't touch anything else there. You're gonna be over there to show on stream when you go to show the.
so on this side,
Not there. Not that.
okay.
No. Right there.
All right, bet. So check this out, man. On ChiCity Cypher Volume 1 was Goofy Beats. Shout out to the homie Goofy Beats. Goofy Beats, man.
What up, baby?
He actually was sharing the promos and everything, man. And says that he's gonna come out. So y'all gonna check out Goofy Beats on an episode coming up, man. It was Low, it was Spartacus.
Shout out to Spartacus.
We had the homie Static, Hell's Kitchen.
That's been my man since high school.
Static.
Me and Static, we've been tight since 16. So that's partnering them right there.
That's
And then you said Hell's Kitchen. Shout out
Yeah,
to
Hell's
JT.
Kitchen.
What's up, JT?
What's up, man? He moved out somewhere, but
Out to Houston.
But
Dallas.
But he's
Okay.
yeah, man. But he's still doing his thing. So
Dallas won the first 48 too much, though. Them and Memphis be the only cities you can shoot a whole season the first 48. Next season, South Dallas.
So we're gonna go ahead and give you guys Skyle's verse first, man, and then we'll come back and we'll check out some of the other verses in this. But let's go ahead and get this popping, man. Boom. All right, let's go.
You're gonna have to hit play. Here we go.
Nice. All right, we got.
It's your boy D Scouts checking in. Cypher 2K14.
The flag is here. Real rap.
It was a nasty era. It was a nasty.
Got some heavy spitters in it.
Even though I watched it today, I'm like,
We gonna get right into it.
Like,
That shit too. That shit too.
It go. Check.
What's up?
My story begins around 1986, around the same time the crack emerged. Folks are buying quick picks. Ghostbusters
Yeah,
Back
about
to the
that.
Future.
You're gonna
when
have to
it
go
hit
out,
and your
come
mom's
back,
making
yeah.
pancakes every morning with Bisquick. Skip from kindergarten to first, label me gifted. Shit, I became an outsider in an instant. Read the encyclopedia and all of the contents had to rise above and not be a part of the nonsense. As time went on, the vernacular got stronger till that boy was bona fide to be stepping out on his own. And it was clear as a prism. The gift, no doubt, was in him. But constructive criticism was needed for lyricism. So we took that and molded, over time controlled it. To see the prince before you, and then Mikey's holding. Running this shit like that boy Jesse Owens. 24K,
This is
I'm
not the
golden.
time
It all
Oakley
started
split.
back in high school. Time in the Cypher, it was well spent. Considering I was a teen just helping out to pay my
He sounds
mom's
good.
rent. A shortened childhood. I've
Sounds
been working
good.
since I was 10. It always
Hey,
like
hey, trust and believe.
my years. But with that
Trust and
said, you
believe.
have people trying to stress this.
It's
I
the
know I heard
handbook
countless
making
speeches,
Yeah,
relaxed
no,
just
that's-
telling me to never
the
waste the
handbook
talent God
is-
gave.
first of all,
So when you
trust and
begin to
believe is
simmer,
nothing that's
gotta
to do with,
apply
you
some
know,
pressure.
lyrics.
For me, I'm past simmering, I'm on the boil now.
Yeah.
Any
I mean,
beef with scabs gets
give me
boiled
a
down.
call,
A lot of y'all just need to let this go. Y'all remind me of the name of Rob Dyrdek's show.
Yeah,
Van
yeah.
Gogh with the flow. I try to think of this as amazing enough. You niggas are Dick Cheney, and this ain't for the faint of heart. Two words I never hear attached to you
Word.
are brave and smart. Trying to ad-lib your script, you niggas can't even play your part. Scott.
But no.
it is at the end when Goofy Beats came out with the hair. I watched the segment. I'm like, I missed that dude. I didn't see him. I'm like, oh, he had the hood up, bro. Look at a whole new guy.
But you know what? As far as like ChiCity Cypher, I've been asked a lot of questions about like what's happening with like following episodes, like what's going on. Just so y'all know, we wanted to give y'all an update, man. Like ChiCity Cypher update. So we've been working on the ciphers are getting edited. We got volume 35, 36 that's gonna drop.
Very nice.
You guys want to Fader, you want to tell me about the mix going on?
So we're working right now collaborating with Goofy Beats. We've got a couple of songs planned, but we don't leak to you just yet. But definitely a classic, and then getting artists like our man Styles and reoccurring artists from the ChiCity Cypher to hop on the track. We're gonna be dropping those for you real soon. Wait, stand out. You don't really have to watch it. So the AirPods is ChiCity Cypher.
Yeah. So for sure, man. And then it's and y'all know, man, we got Heat Detector on the team now, man. So the next two ciphers is coming out, produced by Heat Detector. We already Heat. Stay tuned for the next cipher coming out. Also for any emcees that's watching, man. Anybody tuning in right now, we need y'all to sign up. And as well as producers too, man. Because Heat Detector's gonna be working with y'all, man. With all the producers that's sending in beats.
Word.
Working with you guys, man, and make sure that we can get everybody up there. We got a lot going on as far as also wanted to talk about our cinematography. Like for those that might have watched like ChiCity Cypher a long time ago, and where we're at now, man, definitely different, man. We started off with like just one angle initially, and then we just kind of started moving out to it. We started filming 2 and 3 different angles. It wasn't just one angle; it was one angle and a film. Yeah, so I mean, for those that don't know, like the first 10 ciphers, it was just me and Lo, and we just literally just had a small Bluetooth speaker, one camera. We get up there, put everybody in the front, and just film it like that, man. But as we started, as everything kept moving, eventually we ended up on cable. We're on multiple, platforms. We're on Urban Grind, we were on Hood. So we got to be seen like all over the country marathons. Lo, tell me about how you felt like with the marathons when you saw that was awesome. That was awesome. Watch us go from doing numbers on YouTube to actually in people's homes. Like that was amazing. One thing I can say is we've grown throughout the years, whether it's been through the production aspect, through the the range of the people that we got, because it's been lovely. I mean, just to watch like MCs from different parts of the city as well as different styles come together and actually knock out verses, and they all brought their own style to that particular beat. It's been phenomenal to watch, man, and I'm glad that we cultivate that and be part of that and push something forward in the hip hop community.
Hey, shout out to the rest. Shout out.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Let's go around the table, man. Let's talk about what was like your favorite cipher. What was like your favorite cipher moment that you ever had, or maybe a cipher you weren't in.
You've been on.
It could be one you were in or that you weren't in. But what's like your favorite cipher moment in cipher history?
Man, that's tough because each one of them was so special in their own right. Because I think each one of them had their own like special, nuance that just made that one particular. Hey, listen, I need to go watch that one in particular. But if I had to see, I got to use volume 1 first off, because without that one, there's no sequential cycles after that. But I would say the one that's immediately right after that would have to be volume 16, toe tags and body bags edition.
Okay, that's the one we did at the Art Center over in Liberty Square, right?
That one was special.
Yeah,
that one was real special because there was a lot of cats that were like, just straight hungry, ready to rip it apart.
Which volume was that?
16, Sweet 16, and I don't mean consider it in kind. That was
check it out, volume 16.
Yeah,
shout out to a lot of the MCs on it. In fact, shout out to all the MCs on it. That was Sweet Juices in particular.
Yeah. Sweet Juice is one of my favorite.
Straight.
Does anybody want to give a shout out to the people that are in the comments?
Absolutely.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What up,
Another MC on the toe tags body bag edition.
Yeah. Andreas Haley, man, aka that business, man. What's up, man? We got our brother Most Definite in the building. What's up, man? Yeah. We used to film. So quick story about Most Def and Intel Studios is we used to film our ciphers over at Intel Studios, man, and it was definitely like a great experience, man. It was always a welcoming spot, man, and we just really got to be free to do our thing there, like with the filming, man. And they're really ahead of the game over there.
Shout out to Most and Intel.
Y'all first started and joined the team, man. That's my favorite spot for that.
Dude, I can say this much, man. There's been a lot of good people that have helped us along the way. You know what I mean? From outlets to event spaces. It wasn't just the MCs. It wasn't just the producers. It just wasn't us. There was plenty of people along the way on this journey that helped us. I can't share my appreciation enough.
It was all hands on deck.
But what's one of your favorite ciphers in history? Well,
and you got old.
No. One of the coolest ones was the art gallery. The Inglewood Art Gallery with Sweet Juice. Yeah. That was really cool because they let us in there and we're looking at all these. There was a price on them, but basically priceless articles, and they welcomed us, and it was just awesome, and the vibe there. It's always it's competitive, but it's supportive, and that one, man, everybody was just doing really well. It was nice. It was real nice.
216s.
216s. What was your favorite ChiCity?
Which one was the social distancing one?
The first one was volume 27.
That's probably gotta be the one that stuck out the most because I don't even think I rapped on that one.
But tell a little bit about the history of volume. How did we film volume 27?
The one that why I remember that so much is because that's when the pandemic hit. And then as things were starting to loosen up and people could go outside, they still weren't allowing people to congregate inside of buildings.
Yeah.
So me and this guy just got our cameras, our record, all basically went, wireless, whatever, it's like we got what we could. We drove from the north, south, west, like all the spots in the city. Like,
man, if that ain't shit.
Like 3 or 4 days, going to parks, to people's houses, on top of Channel Master plays.
That's where you guys filmed the mailman out, right? That's where we were filming the mailman. I mean, that was a special Cypher. I mean, so for those that don't know, ChiCity Cypher ended up becoming a resident at Subterranean on Tuesdays. So back then, right before the pandemic hit, 606 was retired, and they picked a couple of groups to take over on Tuesdays. And Tuesdays, we were one of the groups. We got, what was it, like one show in, and then the pandemic hit. But the crazy part about it was March 14th, I think, was supposed to be our show.
Yeah. That's the first one was in February, and then all this shit got canceled. Why this one sticks out is because we went out of our way to come to you, to this person's house, to this person's place, kept our distance. Still, to me, it's all like
we still brought
like hip hop. Like even though no one was out there doing anything, everyone's in their house. It's like we were still like going out there digging shit up, and like, hey, hip hop is still out there, and we're gonna go find you, and we still give it a place for everyone to come represent on all sides of the city.
And don't forget also that so we were supposed to have our show at Sub T. The whole world shuts down. We still end up having the show like a day later. The very next day, we tell Queen Zenobia, shout out to Queen Z, shout out to she ends up saying, so you come over here and do the show you're supposed to do over at my house, and we'll just have a big ass live cipher at the crib. So it was about 20 of us or so that gathered over at Zenobia's house. And we had a live cipher. So we were, I don't want to say that we were the first, but we were the first to do a live stream cipher post-pandemic within the first 2-3 days of the world shutting down, man. So we never forgot that.
Shout out E. Johnson, man. He's this guy's loyal as hell, man. He's in every show. Every UnRap show, and now guess what? E. Johnson is now going to be a part of ChiCity Cypher. He's going to be popping in every show. Shout out to E. Johnson, man.
I'm gonna say that one of my favorite ciphers is, I believe it was Volume 7, because on that cipher there was a group of people from, I believe it was Northeastern University, that wanted to do a documentary on hip hop. So it was the first time that we were filming and had somebody filming us as well, and they like interviewed us, and there was a guy, you know what I mean? So that was a dope one. Also, that was because we had in the crowd, we ended up incorporating people that were just there with MCs into the visual itself. So we were filming, it was like a thick crowd, and in the back of that crowd, all the way in the corner, you could see a guy with a huge television camera in the back filming us as we're doing our thing. And another crazy thing about that, so like small story, if y'all been to the studio from back in the day, there was a medical clinic, right, Lo? Inside of the building there where the studio was at, and studio is at 49 Milwaukee. Studio, Johnny studio time, how that Lo. But yeah, so there was a patient that was there to see a doctor, and she brought her son with her. Somehow, we weren't paying attention. I start to film as we're rapping, and in the middle of it, I noticed a face that I don't know. I'm like, "What's up, bro? Who are you?" I'm just standing here. He came in with his mom, the doctor, and just ended up getting into the thing. And he got trying to get a little crazy. We had security at that cipher, but the funny part was, I think it was just because it was a lot of people there that he was trying to, we went outside and spoke, and it was just, it was good times. But I say that to say that we've never had no beef, we've never had no fights. So that's something that we pride ourselves at the cipher. We've never had no issues all the time. And people leave the cipher and be talking about, man, I haven't felt that kind of energy in a while. So it's a good experience.
You mean y'all didn't beat that little kid's ass?
No, man, you know what? Once we got outside, he was like, man, I just wanted to be in y'all's cipher, man. And I'm like,
you didn't tell him to get the fuck up out of here?
I told him that this isn't the place that he want to start some shit because it's about 20 people. We ain't gonna go there, but
I'm just checking.
It wasn't the place for him to do that at. But
we gotta fight.
My favorite side.
We gotta fight.
But let's keep it going, man.
This adolescent's finna learn it.
Ain't nobody got time for
Let's
that.
keep it going, man. With the first ChiCity Cypher member ever and our first DJ ever, man. What's your experience in the ChiCity Cypher?
Honestly, I gotta say by 11 because I was the one that I started up. I was an MC, and I was the first one I DJ. After that, I would have to say probably I think it was either 17 or 18 when we
The rotate.
rotated camera and I was on stage. Like that shit was awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been to so many different venues, you know what I'm saying, doing this. Like it's, you know, galleries, you know, just different spots, you know, like and it's fucking beautiful thing, man. Just seeing how this evolved, you know, from Vine that we watching today to you know, where we're at right now, and we're just, you know, this shit is fucking beautiful on the real.
Yeah, man, that's definitely crazy. And when the ChiCity Cypher took a turn and I started seeing them like better visuals and different angles and the moving shots, it was because Fatal joined the team, man, and started, you know what I'm saying, rocking, assisting me, man. Both of us tag teaming this video shit. What's one of your favorite moments in the ChiCity Cypher as far as, you know, everything you've seen?
So, not to just copy Ace, but it is going to be the first Cypher I was on, but I'll keep it short. But I got a good story about why. I just moved back to Illinois. I moved away, like my homeboys I made music with were in Indiana, and I didn't know what I was doing with music, but the ChiCity Cypher kept coming across my feed. Remember the one day I was in the Cypher next to it and walked into that one like, I was just drawn, so I got in it just to be like, I like to rap. And you know, then I started checking out the people that he said was going to be on it with me. I'm like, ooh, like you had that feeling where I'm like, I got to bring my A game. This ain't just fun right now.
Yeah.
So I dropped that. I started sharing the video and everything. And my best friend, shout out to Ross, you see him on a bunch of Fatal tracks. He saw that and he started hyping me like, bro, you got to keep going. Like, you do this, you need to make music, you need to go. And he pushed me. And since then, I dropped 2 EPs featuring him. I got a distribution deal with Sony and now just started becoming a member of the ChiCity Cypher and continue pushing. So it pushed my music, it pushed me to do that. And I've been drawn to it since I got back to this state. So
That's what's up. Yeah. So since we're Fatal, we told y'all on the flyer that we were gonna give y'all what we're gonna talk about as the shows go on. We're gonna give y'all a topic, man, some hip hop history to talk about. And so Fatal.
Whoa. Again. Are you not going to ask the fucking new guy what his favorite shit is?
Next time we're gonna sit you over here.
Jesus fucking Christ!
So we stop.
You gotta stop pretending like he just blended with the furniture.
Jesus!
You blended
I've
in, bro.
never in my life been not a part of something, a part of something.
You
I'm
are
not part of something.
100% a
What
part of
the
this
fuck is
motherfucking
going
show.
on? All right.
Heat detector, who y'all see
Hey,
on
what's
the
up?
screen right there.
Yeah, this
So
guy.
we know how you got. We know how you got on the shot. We know how you. Hello. Well, I'm here. We know how you got on the ChiCity Cypher.
Do they really? Am I really on?
Well, this is yes. You tell them now. This is your moment, brother. Tell them, man, what you see in the ChiCity Cypher. Tell them what's your favorite moment that you can from whatever you've watched so far.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. I'm gonna keep this real short and real fucking sweet. My favorite shit is what's happening right motherfucking now. This is my favorite shit. I love that you guys brought me in. I love being a part of it, and I love the fact that everybody loves the fact that I want to put my foot on the neck of Chicago's hip hop. So let's go.
Let's go. Hey. Let's go.
ChiCity.
Oh yeah, ChiCity Cypher, motherfucker.
For sure. So you know we're gonna be bringing you the hip hop history. So go ahead, Fatal. Hit him with that. Let's hit him with the first topic.
So the topic I saw today, and I always want to get something that sparks our conversation, right, is June 4th today is the birthday of the great MC Jin. So, you know, we know him from battles, which is kin to Cyphers, and it made me start thinking about it. Like, it was the second coming when it came out, but when BET, the basement, when they had 106 Park with the battles, that introduced a lot of people to that never saw a Cypher before, never saw a battle before. And it got me thinking, with this crew, I want to see, like, I know that wasn't the first time for y'all. So what was the first time you got introduced for a Cypher? I give real quick. First one I ever remember is back on the Lyricist Lounge double album that came out. That had the Bobito Cypher, and it had Common and Black Thought and Artificial Intelligence and Pharaoh Monchon. And they was just go around, talk for like 15 minutes, and then they just went in, and everybody went twice, murdered twice. And I was like, mind blown. And ever since then, anytime I saw anything Cypher related, I tuned in. So, Ace, what was
Wait. Because I don't want to get left out. I just want to, first of all, be very careful on that word, the great Jin. Be careful. That's not cool. Anyway,
Don't be the devil's advocate tonight.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. You call Jin great?
He's in the Hall of Fame for 106 in Park. I give him that.
I don't know.
That's fucking major. Y'all don't think the
All right.
106?
It's major. I said,
Hey,
what else is part of major?
We got one of the homies that we revere, Sam I Am. the MC,
Right.
that
Now, if you can say Sam, the great Sam I Am.
Oh, we would if he was in the building.
Okay, but I'm just saying, be careful with the word great.
All right, let's keep it moving. Hey, what's the first time you got
You
introduced
said
to
we got to
Cypher?
label
Label
bunch of
label them appropriately.
Oh goodness.
He had a great run.
This ain't about
Yeah,
beats
there
by
you
the
go.
pound,
Take
all
that.
right? This isn't
Take
about
that.
beats
No,
by
no,
the
no, no.
pound.
I just asked.
You're still 1 in 176.
I know, but I'm just saying.
All right.
that just-
Ace, let's go. What's your
For me, it was Rap City, like you said, like that was like my first, like we're there, playing speaking in the basement, what I'm saying? And you got artists that you look up to, they're out there freestyle, just killing the mic, like that was raw shit, what I'm saying? We're kind of doing similar shit right now. We're in the basement, so
Word.
show, man? I don't know if it. How many people you be a Cypher? Because one of my favorite. Okay, so one of my favorite things was the Big L, the Jay-Z, the 7-minute track. What was it called?
Oh, I just so
I know I don't have it. I ate it up like a savage. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of the first times I saw two guys like go back and forth, man, like on the side, like rapping and spitting, and I saw them like exercise, like you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, their skills back and forth. So it was real dope, man. That was one of my, and also I think I'll say two real quick. The one where it's Big Pun, Cannabis, and it's I can't remember who else it is, man, but it's a couple cats sitting at like a table.
Tupac was there. DMX was there.
DMX, and they're going back, and so that was one of my favorite moments too, 'cause that was like you got to kind of, especially now when you watch it later, maybe not at that moment if you were watching it live, like okay, well I might not know some of you guys, but when you watch it back 20 years later, that was a moment, like that was a moment in history. I hope that like y'all could watch that from the future, man, and see some of them spots, maybe see some MCs that really
blew the
became
hell up.
that blew the hell up, man, and not only that, but like
seeing that. A lot of them.
yeah, Solo Redline, man. Shout out to Solo Redline. He was one of the first guys that came out and did like freestyle on the ChiCity Cypher. And I remember telling, shout out to Lady T, man. She said, "Hey, she says, hey, I got one of my buddies with me. Can I bring him to the Cypher?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. Who is it? What's his name?" Because we know a lot of people. "Oh, have you heard of Solo Redline?" At that moment, Solo Redline was about 2 weeks into being absolutely viral on the internet. He had like 60 million views. Y'all might have seen it. Y'all can look up the homeless. Look up the homeless subway rapper, and you'll find that classic, legendary video. And Solo Redline came over there, blessed us, man, and did a crazy freestyle. So that was one of like our first like freestyle moments. And we try to encourage MCs to not. I tell them, look, if you're freestyling, make sure that you're dope, because I don't want this to be your first time where you fuck up and you're on camera and it's for the Cypher. But you know what? Look at it like this: if you got the balls to come up there and freestyle, do your thing. Right?
Absolutely.
Do your thing.
Absolutely.
You might not make it though.
Yeah, you see what E. Johnson said right there, right?
Shout out to him. He said the first Cypher I seen was in '86, elementary schoolyard. I didn't have enough confidence to jump in at that time.
You know what? It's crazy that he said that. Because if you're gonna give me and ask about the Cyphers, when I started getting first influence, it's like back in high school and at the very end of middle school, when just started rapping for the fun of it, and then with your best friends and freestyling in the car ride, burning kids in, and then jumping in, like the crowd starts forming. Then you go out into these underground shows, atmosphere, whatever, and then seeing all these other people that you've never met before, and it's like that, like drawing inspiration. It's kind of like you said, like when you came on your first time, you're like, oh man, these guys are really spin some shit. I gotta get on my A game, and like that really is what fed me to continue to keep going. And like it was also therapy for me to release all that shit, but also love the reaction people get when like bobbing their head and like, oh, okay.
And then
The energy, it's so
You see that line.
yeah, you say that line. You do get those butterflies, so that like that's crazy that he just mentioned it, because like that's
Shout out E. Johnson.
Peace, bro.
I know that line. Hip hop.
We'll see. Like with that right there, that's where I was gonna go with this. You know what I'm saying? I was like maybe like 86, 87, and we used to be in the in the lunchroom going in. I mean, I still remember. I still got people on Facebook today. My buddy Akil, my boy Demond, and then of course, heck, most people know him now, Q Billa. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Q.
Yo, we used to be no, not Q Billa.
Not that Q Billa?
No, Q Billa. We went to all the same grammar school, Andrew Jackson. We used to be in the lunchroom, either beating on tables or beatboxing at like fucking 8, 9 years old, doing spitting rhymes to each other. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. And then other kids would all go in there. And then it was like gladiator school. You know what I'm saying? You would sit there and cats would just spit bars, you know, and people be like, oh damn, you know, and then for me it progressed because in high school we used to all meet on Addison and Weston at the Taco Bell, and cats all around the city would come and spit. You know what I mean? And it was awesome. And there too, you would see some spitters. You know what I mean? Cypher's always been around. That's what inspired me to be a rapper or the spit bars, you know, and then from there it turned into creating songs. You know? So Scout,
That's what's up.
what's your first Cypher experience?
Ooh, man, I probably would have to say high school. High school was the first Cypher experience. Let me dial it. When I first heard Biggie and Pop Cypher, when Big was like, I got 7 Mac 11s about 838. Yeah, man, that was the first time that I heard just that energy, just that raw, uncut, where, hey, listen, it's just nothing but the artist, that mic, and that crowd, and you got to rip. And the fact when the brothers were just going, you know, back and forth, and I'm just hearing how the crowd is just eating up everything. And I think each and everybody at this table and behind the boards can agree.
Thank you so much for that acknowledgement. Thank you so much.
You want to do that on my watch?
Thank you so much. And they made me sit outside too. I just want to put that out there.
That wasn't my logistics heat on my bad.
Yeah, I know, man. I appreciate you though, brother. I appreciate you.
I'm actually in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that energy, I think each and every single one of us agree that there's nothing greater for an artist to give out that energy, and then it's reciprocated in the form of, hey, listen, yo, that's dope right there. The applause and whatnot. I don't think that there's anything truly more gratifying than that. And just when I heard that energy being given back to them, they were channeling out to the masses. That was what, you know, I took into, you know, my first Cypher in high school and whatnot. But I will say this, one of the greatest Cyphers that I've heard in recent history would have to be a Slaughterhouse Cypher with DJ Green.
Nice.
Okay. That's what's up, man. You know, I think that now as we're getting closer, we've been out for 45 minutes now. I think it's getting closer.
Hello, what about heat, bro?
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's gonna run with that up.
Oh my God.
You literally
He said we're not going to
I thought we started with him.
We did start with him.
No, we didn't. That's shit about my Cypher.
Well, you know what? This isn't about you. It's about E. Johnson. And E. Johnson said, once upon a time, my job training had me study mathematics. And when I did, I noticed that it had a great effect upon my freestyling skills.
That's a fact.
That's
right,
right.
man.
We
That's
need to
right.
get E. Johnson in a cypher.
Yeah, E. Johnson, when you're ready, whenever you're ready for the cycle. But I think since everybody here that's part of the team is Kyle, since you've been since volume 1.
Okay, so we're just going to
What about Heat? Go ahead. The mic's on you.
What about Heat? Hey, we got to put that on a t-shirt.
Hey,
What
man.
about
What about Heat?
Hey,
Since
man.
we skipped you, go ahead.
Hey, man. I don't know. How about does my story even matter?
Yes.
This is
You are,
Yeah,
you
all
are,
right.
you are
Okay,
important to us, and
look,
this is
man.
not the check.
You are somebody.
Check it out. I am somebody. Look, my greatest Cypher story would probably be, and this is gonna really show my age, but I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of The Good Life in LA. And it used to be, actually they made a show about it with Brandy and all that shit. It was like the fake Good Life show. Because in the daytime it was a health food store, and at night they did a cycle, they did open mics, and you just couldn't curse, you couldn't do certain things. But outside was where all the real cyphers would happen. And in those cyphers, a lot of people that are now like famous and shit got their start there and used to be outside. And I remember going there. I used to go there all the time. And I remember going there, you know, liking myself to be a rapper. Those cyphers that I saw back then, no way in hell. But yeah, it was just dope, and it just, you know, just cemented up my love for hip hop. That's all.
Very dope.
Sir.
What's up, man? I looked up Cypher. It's to put a message in secret, right? Secret of this guy writing a code. And the reason I was bringing that up, brought up was we've always tried to like listen to the feedback of the people and try to incorporate whatever it was. So at one point we had breakdancers on the Cypher. Shout out to Sweet Feet and shout out to Big Girl Dream and Big Girl Sweet Feet. They came around, and people Orlando, B-Boy O for coming and rocking, man, and they did their thing. And at one point, I think it was Loke, they came up to me and said, hey, man, someone said something about ciphers not being a real cipher because it's not in a 360, which is a circle. So on that cipher, the following cipher, I had everybody line, get in a circle, facing in. I got in the middle of the circle, and I spun around with the camera all the way around. And so right before each MC would get, and I put like the gears effect in there, like the cluck, cluck, cluck,
Yeah.
and had it like spin around, and it would land on the MC that was about to spin, you know. So at one point we were doing that, and now I think that we just got it really together with the whole team. And we've got, you know, we've got our cinematographer, we've got our DJ. And I'm not gonna forget, man, he's not here at the moment right now. He's out of state, but shout out to DJ Jules, man. We just talked about DJ Jules. What up, Jules? So peace, man. We got, you know, 2 DJs on our ChiCity Cypher, man, and DJ Jules, DJ Ace Vito. So they're gonna be taxing the rest of the ciphers and getting it in. When Noodles jumped in, man, I feel like our even all the way up to what, like volume.
I think I came actually probably, I think it was 21.
So after
that was
after we did our second shout out. Yeah, shout out to Pugs and video. We do a reunion every 10 episodes. So when we did our 20th episode, we did the reunion. It was all right, man. But y'all start watching from like 21 and on. Noodle started going crazy on the audio, man. And I think it brought in so much more like effect and so much oomph that you could really like listen to the MC. We make sure to incorporate the feeling of keeping it live always. So not like other ciphers. Shout out to every other cipher out there, but a lot of other ciphers have you come in, record a song, and then meet up on video day and do a music video to it. And ChiCity Cypher is really a spot where you got to come and spit your verse from the front to the end. We're not gonna punch one take. We ain't doing none of that.
That's facts.
And that's really where like the line gets drawn of like who's an MC or not. And believe it or not, age doesn't play a factor.
Oh no, no limitation.
Shout out to MC Zena. At the moment when she rocked the ChiCity Cypher was 8 years old.
Yeah. And she killed it in one attempt too.
So she
one attempt. I think I was there today.
We were there.
Yeah.
She did one take. I made her do another take just to get her louder and a little bit more energy. But she was 8 years old and I'm not gonna name no names, but there was 3 grown ass men on that cipher who were not able to complete the verses. So that's what I see. That line, you're not. It's not defined by age. That goes back to the competitiveness. Yeah.
Ain't no punch ins on stage.
No.
No punch ins on stage.
It's just you that might stage.
But it's still encouraged throughout the whole process.
But I mean, if you rap your whole 16 and your peers behind you are not reacting, that kind of tells a lot. We're not gonna go over again like, hey, can we please hype up this man? It's like, no, it's like earn it. Earn it. You earn your spot.
Just a game.
Yeah.
Is it my turn? Okay, so
we're gonna save you for last.
Can I just want to, if it's possible, I'm just fucking.
We're not gonna on the final thoughts.
You said
Heat
that shit.
detectors,
You
heat
said, wait a minute.
detectors,
I think it's
final
because
thoughts.
I'm not
Yes,
old
yes.
to you or something. But you said that like,
And then he told
2
me not to
seconds
look
later,
at him. He said, "Don't look at me. Don't
Look
look
at
at
me.
me.
don't look
So
at me.
I
fucker.
don't look at me, but
Don't
remember me.
look at me, fucker.
Don't look at me, but remember me in every question." What the fuck? Anyway, we
Hey
love
man,
you.
welcome to ChiCity Cypher.
We love you, Heat. Shit. So we're gonna try to run the tape. We'll run the tape again, but for any MC that's out there, I get a lot of people that tell me that they're ready and that they're ready, and whenever you're ready, come through. But when you come through, you know how Chicago has like the unspoken rules. Like if someone says, "Hey, yo, check it out,"
You don't check it out.
you do not check it out. So, I feel like one of the biggest mistakes that I've learned, I got two for you. The second one's funny, but one of the biggest mistakes that I've learned that people make is showing up and thinking that they're about to kill everyone that's there.
Oh, no, not at all.
Because we've had people show up saying, "Hey man, I'm about to kill everybody," and here's the thing: you might be ready in the car. You in the car, you got a sniff in your hand.
Yeah.
You recited this shit 3 times. It worked out good. But when you stand on that blue tape that we put on the floor, and you've got the cameras facing you, and he's holding the camera with a gimbal, we got 3, 4 lights, and
Right.
there's 10 real hungry MCs in back. That moment is the defining moment for our artists.
And you got a mic for the audio. And this ain't coming out of your car speakers. Like you about to lay this down for history, and it's a performance. It's not just everybody can go to the studio, stand in front of that, and just close their eyes and spit it. But you got to draw people in with your
You gotta
movement.
handle that in front of the camera.
Got one, yeah, we got like 3 cameras, lights, we got a DJ, now we got some speakers going on, mic hanging above you.
You got a heat detector.
Hey,
I didn't know he's gonna be there. Okay.
oh, no.
One of my advice is like what you're saying, like one of the mistakes. I've seen a lot of guys hype themselves up too much. And they think it's like a party. They just get too fucked up there.
Oh
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst. I sit back and I'm like, man, with my audio,
I guess that counts me out.
everyone's and so many guys they just want to go out and smoke and go and get a drink, and by the time it's their turn, you can't even understand a word that they're saying.
They come in like shots. It's like, no, that's like celebrate after. Bro.
Thank you. It's like, you ain't did anything yet. Like let's go ahead and get down to business first. Now, if you got a certain tolerance, then then by all means. But even then, it's still a level of professionalism that you need to have, because again, this is being recorded for posterity. People are going to look back on this, and then on top of that, people gotta edit your part out because of the fact that you didn't bring it or whatnot. Then it goes it's like when Apollo Theater when they bring out the city man. Yeah.
Well, hey, that hurt worse than the hangover from being too fucked up. When you find out
Absolutely.
you're
You find out you ain't make the cut. It's a long day at the office, Jack.
Shout out to not making the cut.
Man.
Hey, but you know what? I want to give a quick story about that, man, about not making the cut and then coming back and making the cut. So shout out
to Redemption.
Shout out to one of my homies, man. Goes by the name Trigger. Y'all might remember him.
Shout out to
He was
Trigger,
like
yeah.
in volume 14, the one we did at Urban Grind. Shout out to UGTV. He wasn't able to finish first on one of those ciphers.
Yeah.
Something happened. He had to go on vacation for a little bit. And when he came back from vacation, he hit me up. Showed up at the cipher, and his first lines he said, and I think it's a gift and a curse that I remember so many people's lines from the cipher because I edited the cipher.
Oh yeah.
He says, "Hey Jizzle, you remember volume 5, right? But then I got locked up and now I'm back up in the limelight." So some of those stories are the greatest stories of all time where they fuck up and they come back. You know what I'm saying? Annihilation came to a cipher.
Shout out to Nye. That's what
You know what I'm saying? One of the premier MCs, freestyle MCs in Chicago. Shout out to 606. Showed up, didn't get the verse that day, but then came back on volume 20, like 4 or one of those, and just absolutely killed it. Or a ChiCity Cypher shirt. So that just goes to show you might not get it the first time, and that's what everything in life. You might not get it that first time, but you go home, you work on your shit, you come back, and you come with that energy.
Absolutely.
Because I think some of our greatest MCs and stars that have came out of the ciphers because they showed up confident that day, got in front of that camera, and really ripped that mic. And that's the shit that that really stands out the most, man. So I think the whole history of ChiCity Cypher has been amazing, and you know, in the closing, I think we could go around the table and maybe talk about like
E. Johnson just said, poor performance, to run out of breath at your own show or forget your own lyrics.
Definitely, yeah.
That's an embarrassing feeling right there.
But that's a humbling moment as well too, because it just lets you know right then and there, hey, listen, I'm not there. But I need to go back to the gym and work on my form. So then this way, when I come back out, I'm coming out swinging. And I think we all have those moments. Nobody's any exception to that. But it's just one of those reminders to just stay humble, stay hungry, and it just again, just you have to develop your craft. Will Smith said this best. I remember him saying this, that there's a difference between talent and skill. Talent is something that's God given. Skill comes from countless hours and hours of beating on your craft.
Right.
And ultimately, that's what's going to take it. That's what separates the good from the great.
They say 10,000 hours of anything makes you a master.
Absolutely.
A master and an expert.
Absolutely.
Sure. You gotta have stamina, like E. Johnson says, to keep going and pushing in this team. We're running out of time.
Hey, you said stamina to keep pushing in this thing.
Hey,
Who's this guy?
Yeah, you big silly ass.
We're using
Yeah,
references.
you
so
big
everybody-
silly
we're
ass.
using references that everybody can understand.
Yeah, you big silly ass.
Hey, but so we got a couple minutes. Let's go around the table. Just in closing, man, what would y'all like to see the future of the ChiCity Cypher be at, man? Whether it be something really grandiose or just something realistic, whatever you're thinking. What do y'all see for ChiCity Cypher, and then we'll close it out.
Good question. Well, since I always say that we always have to start with the youth, right? I would like to see a ChiCity Cypher high school edition. Young MCs just starting out, getting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out.
I think we all,
Good idea.
I want to say around grade school, middle school, even high school, of course, when we all kind of first fell in love with hip hop, right? Would I be correct in saying that?
Yeah.
So I would think that by this time they already have developed their love for it. They've heard either some that were like the greats of the 90s, 2000s, maybe primarily 2000s, 2010s, but they may have heard some golden age era as well too.
They got daddies that listen to hip hop.
Oh yeah,
That listen to hip hop.
absolutely.
Word.
Absolutely.
Word.
All right, man. Shout out to Meth and Red. They give a hell of a performance. I was out there in Vegas when they did the MJ BizCon. It was right at the Hollywood Bowl at the Link.
Okay.
Oh my God! By far, one of the greatest like live hip hop performances that I've seen in a while. DJ Mathematics was there as well too, from Wu-Tang. Yeah. My man's picked off his shoes while he was DJing. It was just super sick. But yeah, I would definitely just kind of wrap it up. Yeah, definitely. Okay. ChiCity Cypher high school edition. See what's up.
Right.
Pretty soon, so stay tuned. Look, man, I just want to see. What I want to see is us back on people's television screens. Whether it's via cable, via app, whatever. I want our imprint to be even more prominent. And what I want to see in the future is one of the MCs that have been on the Cypher to make impact. I'd love to see more, but damn it, just let me see one. And I'm going to be proud beyond belief. Period.
Word.
Me, I just want to continue to see this grow. I mean, from when you was talking about volume 1, you had one camera, the pill, and then now we've got 2 DJs. We got Mr. Heat Detector. We had an audio. We had an audio engineer. We had a camera. Cinema. It's just continued to grow. Not only just in that way, but as long as we are continuing to inspire, whether it be the youth or it doesn't matter what age. You could be in your 60s and just to continue to keep growing, to inspire someone, and it's like we all feed off that, and that's why like hip hop is never going to die.
Word.
Never.
Yes, sir.
I'm refuse to let it.
It's
Word,
not
word.
No, sir.
Like you said, you know what I'm saying? To see this thing, continue to evolve, get bigger, and another thing would be like another idea would be like doing like a live outdoor, like on the lake or you know what I'm saying, like some, with a ride around, with like Buckingham Mountain, type of shit,
As long as it ain't shooting
Right.
That's another story.
Stop.
Heat detector. It's on you, brother.
Oh, I was not prepared for that. Oh, shit. Okay. What I would like to see, I guess you just did it, is to not be forgotten. Anyways, no, I'd like to see this. I'd like to see everything grow, everybody prosper, and I'd like to see us for real put a motherfucking foot on the neck of Chicago hip hop. You know what I'm talking about? Real
Get
shit.
a round of applause for that.
Yeah.
Big applause. So definitely the one I want to do the barbecue cookout at the new crib. But to speak to what Loca's saying, right? We talk about growing this and making it a platform to continue to grow people. And I remember from the first cipher I did on that cipher was Infamous. Also dude that does the haircuts and everything. And I always kept up with him, like, yo, it was dope to rhyme with me, all of that. And he ended up being part of the Donda performance that Kanye did at Soldier Field. I saw he like posted he was wearing the vest, and I was like, yo, like, I was shoulder to shoulder with this dude showing love. And he's like, still like, yo, yeah, let's get in a cipher, let's drop tracks, let's rap, and just down to earth dude. And that's the type of connections you make from being cool to where like, yo, when that shit comes around again, I'm gonna hit him up. How can we get involved? What can we do? There it is. So just keep growing and making those connections, build a network. That's what it's been from day one, is that Chicago network.
That's right. Places in the country, man, you see the music communities. For anybody that's been out west, sees how they unite. And I've always said, man, we do need that unity. And I think that's what everybody's doing here right now, because we're all our entities. Skiles, I could hit him up for the custom jersey. He's a hustler, he's an entrepreneur. You could hit up Rogue for studio time, for engineering. You could hit up Noodles to audio engineer your live shows. You can hit my man's up to be the DJ for your next performance. You need a cinematographer. We got Fatal. You need somebody for raw ass beats. We got heat.
My release for my debut, Long Days Hennessy Night. So we definitely got to chop it up, see what we can do on the beat side. And while I'm here, can I also drop yes, sir. All right. If there's anybody that is looking for a studio room, or any engineers that are out there, 35th Street Studios has sound treated rooms. That way you can kick off, having your own studios. So 35th Street Studios, they're on Facebook, everywhere. In fact, see if I got a number to.
What's the prices like? Because I'm thinking about moving. Because we got to fuck about this basement, man.
Prices are super reasonable. Hit up my man Ali at 312-238-9111. That's 312-238-9111. 35th Street Studios.
Y'all make sure to hit that me up right now for the spaces and start your own business, become an entrepreneur. I want to finish off with saying like where I see the Cypher going like in the next couple years. And I think it always begins with providing that like voice for people of all ages. And my hopes would be that when I grew up, I didn't have a platform to be able to like, express myself in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that. And so I want Cypher to be a platform for people to realize that hip-hop is positive, it's not negative, and you have a home to come over here and be positive and get off of that street mentality or get off of whatever it is that you want and come join something positive. And the connections that you meet, that you'll make are lifetime. These are brothers right here, man. We all communicate.
Word.
And a lot of guys in this room I know a decade or better.
It's a lifelong.
Sure.
It's a lifelong brotherhood, man. And so y'all help us, fans, keep helping us continue to make this a brotherhood, to be a platform for Chicago. Everybody that tuned in today, y'all could go on YouTube search ChiCity Cypher, 2 words, ChiCity Cypher. Go on Jizzle Productions. Make sure you subscribe. Go on Instagram. Follow the ChiCity Cypher on Instagram and on Facebook. Send us a message. Producers, MCs, DJs, clothing designers, whatever it is you do, man, come and holla at us, man. This has been the first episode of the ChiCity Cypher podcast with my brothers in the building, man.
Yo.
I love y'all. Make sure to tune in for the next one every Sunday at 7 p.m. We're going to bring you the raw. So go ahead and tune in. Love y'all, man. Follow us. Let's motherfucking go.
ChiCity
Cypher!